When we put AI in place, really, we begin to morph the way that we're interacting with our customers. We gain a lot more insight into the data than we necessarily had before. An example would be in the support organization where tickets are coming in, and there could be a wide variety of channels that we're tackling here. Traditional channels like voice or email. It could also be newer channels where we're actually embedding chat within mobile devices or within websites or social channels. And as a result of that, you have a lot more data and a lot more different types of questions and interaction flows than you would normally have in a traditional service organization. What this allows for is for that organization to be able to take advantage of that data, prioritize where the biggest impact items are and where they're coming from, and then take action in deploying the AI to reconcile those issues. The paradigm that you want to put in place from a support organization, CX organization standpoint is to understand what are all of the reasons that your customers or users are contacting you, and then where can you get the biggest impact from deploying AI, and where is it synergistic, and where may it not be, in which case you actually want to leverage your legacy channels where that might involve a support agent. When we think about the CX organization prior to deploying AI, you see a lot of traditional roles that are focused on services, implementing customers, onboarding. We generally see a support organization that's dealing with inbound requests and queries that are coming in from the customer base. We often also see an organization that's responsible for the long-term impact value that comes from that customer relationship. It begins within an organization by pulling individuals directly out of the front lines who are dealing with customers day in, day out. And they have the direct exposure, they know what the interactions are like, and so they then are interested in being able to use the AI technology to begin to automate some of those interactions. And so that generally begins with a bot builder who is responsible for being able to design what the conversation and interaction flows look like and put them into a tool like Ada to be able to automate. When you look at generative and the way that the industry is going and that Ada is innovating, that takes a lot of the pressure out of the build part, and it really begins to morph it into the more analytical part of things. So it's not simply about setting up and generating initial questions and responses like an FAQ. It's about actually analyzing what are causing those interactions and what is a different type of flow or interaction framework that could mitigate these types of concerns and questions that customers have. Then from a resourcing and tooling standpoint and skill set standpoint, you're beginning to bridge out of the bot builder into a true bot manager. And then that bot manager begins to leverage other areas of skills or individuals. For instance, there's a premium that's placed on the conversational design that's going on. There's a premium that's placed on the data analytics because in many cases you want to integrate and pull in data sources to personalize interactions. There's a premium on the data science aspect, which is looking at when we force rank all of those types of interactions, how do we ensure that we're getting the biggest return on our investment for deploying AI? So it really does begin to morph, and it's less about the fundamental building and more about the analytics. You think about success metrics like Net Promoter Score or a fixation on customer satisfaction, and often our clients will be focused specifically on agent handle times. This morphs definitely when you put AI in place, and it's not that those old measures necessarily go away, but you have a different lens that you're applying. I focus heavily on first response time and first contact resolution. What that essentially means is when someone reaches out, regardless of the channel, in a truly omni-channel environment, it doesn't matter whether they're contacting us in voice, chat, emailing us, social channels. Ultimately, the goal is to be able to understand what it is that they're contacting us about and reconciling it in the shortest amount of time where we have confidence that actually we've resolved their issue, so they're not having to either go back through another channel to get their question answered or to recontact or get frustrated and have to get routed to an agent with things that really the AI should be able to handle.